All right, good Thursday morning, everyone. Glad you're with us at 10:30 for Weather Extra. First Alert Meteorologist Eric Burke. Hope you're having a fantastic week so far. Maybe it's your first week in the house feeling a little empty because your students are back in the classroom. Exciting week. I know a couple people started on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and today a couple school districts going back as well. And if your morning commute is affected by those, traffic hiccups, so you got the school buses out there, you got the school drop-off lines, all the fun stuff that happens the first week of school. Usually takes about 2 weeks before people kind of figure out the routine, how long it takes, and all that good stuff too. For the day today, nice to see the sun. I know we haven't seen a lot of it. Some people were kind of enjoying the overcast temps. We were very fortunate Monday and Tuesday, as we had high temperatures only in the upper 70s. And for early August, that is very, very difficult to come by. I'm not complaining. I enjoyed the cooler temperatures too, but we're right back to normal. You knew this was coming. August is going to August here in the Tennessee Valley. I want to start off with this graphic, though, something we really have not talked much about at all because we haven't had any rain-free stretches. And now we're starting to get into the point of summer where some of you have missed out on any rainfall for actually the past couple of weeks, and shower chances along with storms hard to come by here. Looking down the road, we've got a couple chances maybe early next week, but Thursday is drought monitor day. New drought monitor came out. Now last week's actually had a little bit of a dry spot there in parts of DeKalb and Cherokee County. Well, you guys saw like 4 or 5 inches of rain over this past weekend. You've eliminated your dry spots. You're back to normal. However, the new drought monitor, if you go into southern Coleman County, out toward like Bremen, for example, parts of Franklin, Colbert County, now these are abnormally dry areas. So we're not talking about drought just yet, but just abnormally dry areas, places that could really use a little bit more rainfall here. Hopefully you get some over the next coming days and or weeks. Also up into Middle Tennessee, we've got Lincoln, Moore, Franklin County, out toward Chattanooga too. And there is a little bit of actual moderate drought there. There's this big floating hair just hovering in front of my face. I saw it in the light there. Sorry about that. But if you go up toward Columbia, Tennessee there, we've got areas of moderate drought developing. So if we keep the rain-free stretch around, we are probably going to run into some drought conditions here, expanding across parts of North Alabama and even Middle Tennessee as we go through the next couple of weeks. Just something to watch, something I wanted to share with you here. But good morning to everyone that is saying good morning. We've got Roberta there. Good morning. Sarah, good morning to you. And that is it. So appreciate there's about a dozen of you on this. And I'll do my best to keep it entertaining, short and sweet here. A 4-day forecast. Looking at the weekend, of course, a lot of your first weekends since the school year started. So have to look forward to that. I'm looking forward to the weekend. I actually work Saturday morning, and that's cool with me. I'll have Saturday morning's weather extra at 8:30 a.m. Temperatures warming up, though, today. Upper 80s. Average high, you can see at the bottom of the screen there, 92 degrees is our average high. So we're still below average. East-southeast wind will bring up a bit more humidity, and I think we'll see some pop-up showers at some point. Problem is they'll be very isolated. Same thing for your Friday. Friday actually lowered that chance of rain, now just down to 10%. I think anything you have planned Friday afternoon, evening, you should be all right. High of 90. We've got 90 again on Saturday. Saturday looks mostly dry, and even a big portion of your Sunday will be dry. I think probably around 4 or 5 o'clock, maybe on Sunday, we start to see some showers and storms popping up, but nothing substantial as we look down the road as far as rain and storm potential. Tropics, we're going to talk about those getting more active, but nothing impacting us here in the Gulf, Florida, the coast, anything like that. So here's a look on our Fly HSV Delta Cam, Madison County, I-565, lunchtime traffic, well, early lunch, late breakfast, whatever you want to call it. Looks to be pretty light at this time. Go out to the shoals. Some of you had a little bit of fog this morning. It wasn't terribly widespread, actually pretty good visibility. Here's the radar. Nothing going on yet. We had one rogue shower pop up there south of Winchester, Tennessee early this morning, tracked toward the High Top area. I said, hey, High Top, heads up, you've got a little shower coming your way. Before it even reached High Top there in Jackson County, it actually dissipated. But just keep an eye on your 48 weather app. There is a chance of seeing that rogue downpour or shower as we go through the afternoon and evening. Here's an hour-by-hour look at the day. Again, a lot more sunshine than what we've seen all week long. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, generally cloudy day, especially Monday, Tuesday. At least yesterday afternoon, I was out on the golf course and the sun was out and the temperatures heated up. We had 86 in Huntsville yesterday, but the hour-by-hour look, I think the model's still being a little aggressive with any chance of rain showers or storms, downpours for that matter. Any storm that gets going might produce not just the heavy rain, a little bit of lightning, some brief gusty winds, kind of favoring areas along and east of I-65. And that matches up with pretty much what I've been forecasting, at least for the rest of the day. And then overnight tonight, looks like we're mostly clear, maybe partly cloudy. If we do see the clouds that the model's depicting, our morning temperatures are probably going to be about 3 to 4 degrees warmer than what we're forecasting. So something we'll keep an eye on, of course. Meteorologist Jeff Denoyer in for Chief Meteorologist Brad Travis later today. Here are our temperatures. We're warming up a lot faster than we have been the past couple of days here. All of us in the 80s. I don't see any 70s actually, and just have to thank that sunshine for that. Dew point is also pretty yucky. Dew point back in the low to mid 70s. You can just feel the difference. We had that dry air in place for the early part of the week. Well, that is unfortunately long gone. It is August. We're going to have humid days. But here's the rest of your afternoon. Temperatures topping out upper 80s. Some of you might see some low 90s even. We'll go with that isolated shower chance, and I'm anticipating a little bit more cloud cover coming in for the late afternoon and evening. Heat index probably topping out around 95 or so. That's doable. We had a couple days, 110 to 115 was your heat index. Well, we're not that bad off. So here's a look at your Friday. Mentioned I lowered that chance of rain and storms just down to 10%. Looks very, very isolated. So Friday afternoon, evening plans look great, as does most of your Saturday. That could probably be a 10% day, or we could take the rain and storms out altogether. By Sunday, I think during the late afternoon, evening, when we start to see a little bit of rainfall creeping in. I mentioned the tropics. We've got a couple systems here. We now have post-tropical cyclone Dexter. That's that red L there. That's going to swing out into the mid-Atlantic. We've got that messy center of low pressure that hasn't moved for several days now. Likely not going to become a named storm. Just 30% chance of development on that over the next 7 days. We've got that orange area kind of swinging out toward the Bermuda, island of Bermuda, 60% chance of cyclone development over the next week. What does your weekend look like? Weekends are important now. We're back to the normal. You're not on summer break anymore. Upper 80s, low 90s. Saturday, Sunday, heat index probably 91 to maybe 97 at times. For your Sunday, rain and storms should hold off until that late afternoon, evening time frame, and they should be pretty isolated. Big cluster of storms. It's been slow moving in Iowa. It was there at 5 o'clock this morning, and it still hasn't moved a whole lot. Kind of just leftovers from the storms they saw yesterday evening. We've got a little bit more cloud cover building in over parts of Georgia, but Georgia actually enjoying a pretty rain-free day for once. They've seen a lot of rainfall this week. Mainly clear to partly cloudy overnight. Areas of patchy fog. If the clouds hang out, we might very well wake up around 74, 75 degrees. Your day tomorrow, similar to what we have today, a little bit more of a breeze out of the east and southeast, and we'll get right to that extended forecast. Showed you your weekend already. Next best chance of rain and storms, that'll actually be Monday and Tuesday of next week, potentially Thursday as well, though that's a ways away, just something we're keeping our eye on. But basically, hot, relatively humid, not unbearable, not oppressive, anything like we saw toward the end of July there, where our high temperatures were in the upper 90s. We had those crazy heat indices, and that's not the case. So just hoping for rain if you need it. Again, a little bit. Tell Daniel I say hello. And yeah, that's about it for Weather Extra. That's 10 minutes of your day. Hope you have a great Thursday. I'm actually off tomorrow. Jada Russell will be filling in for me on the morning and noon newscast. Again, Jeff's in for Brad tonight. I'll work Saturday morning. So I hope you have a great rest of your day. Stay cool. Enjoy some time outside if you can. You can be out there a little bit longer. I like it. For August, it's been a real treat of a week. Okay, thank you for your time as always. Have a great day.